Alrighty, welcome to episode 41 of the Consistent Genius Podcast. I'm here with Jacob Weinheimer and Riley McIntyre.
Thanks for having us on, Bill.
Thank you.
Of course. I've been meaning to get you on.
That's true. We've been talking about this for a minute.
And now we're here.
But I think that the worst part is that we're both notoriously horrible at texting.
Yes.
So, like, it didn't work out very well. But we figured out.
Me.
We're all here.
I would have gotten it done. Pretty good at texting here.
Hey, we're all here. We got it done.
We figured it out.
Last night.
We can handle it, right?
Yeah, we can. But last night we had a great game of poker.
Oh.
Jacob was to my left. A bad position
God.
for me.
Position to
for
be
me.
Next.
But I was trying to get Trey Warren on my right because, you know, I like to bully him at the table. I ended up a lot. Did you break even or what happened there?
I think I broke even.
Dude,
I think I bought him with 20 and I walked out like 18. So
okay.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that's pretty much even. That's what gamblers say. They're down a little bit. It's even.
That's pretty much
But dude, I was in so many monster hands, like
really?
or like monster pots even, because like there was like 4 ways. Like one went all in, then we just said, you know, we're flipping them up and going. I won that. I won like 3 hands against the other Jacob. Like I was tearing up last night.
Oh dude. Him getting out. But also the issue now is playing with people like you and people like Tally Burzins is that it's no longer poker. Is that you guys just go in on anything. Like you'll walk in 2-7 offsuit and you'll pull something out of it.
Well, that's the thing. You're not playing the cards. You're playing the people. If you can trick people into thinking you have something better, then you're winning.
That's
consistent genius. That's right.
Genius right
you know
there.
where consistent genius comes from, right?
I do not. What's the
Give
lore?
me the origins.
Your favorite person?
Oh, don't even talk about it. Who?
Donald J. Trump.
Yeah.
Donald J. Trump?
He goes, what was it? I'm a very
consistent genius?
No, he said like, wait, I'm a very...
Oh, Billy, you got to know this. This is your show, dude.
This should be in memory. He didn't use consistent and genius together. It's like, I'm a consistent, stable genius. That's I think that's what it was.
But why did you just? Are you not Are you unstable? Was that where you took out the stable?
Well, no, I was just like consistent genius.
Consistent,
that's it.
stable genius doesn't sell as well.
Yeah, it doesn't sell as well.
It won't fit on the wristband.
Yeah, it won't really.
Yeah, theater people love Trump. That's just
absolutely.
They do?
No.
Oh no! I was like,
the
what?
Most sarcastic thing I've ever said in my life.
Yeah, all of you hate him. What do the teachers think? Stoll is one of them.
Oh, Stoll. Yeah, all the
a lot of
it's
Dublin's
in the performing arts does not. It's usually. I mean, there are. I'm not going to say no performing arts people are Republicans, but like the majority of them are liberal. I think. Just I don't really know like the reason. It's just usually liberals are actors.
It's so odd because, especially with such like a tight political climate that we've like had the past couple of years and stuff, the teachers at Kaufman have always been super under wraps for the most part about like they're not allowed to say anything, they're not allowed to influence. You have a couple of standouts, Tara Rogers.
A few standouts.
I love you, Tara, but oh my God, wow,
yeah,
she would have opinions.
Choir teacher, theater teacher, they're all obviously liberal. They say it a lot, which is fine with me.
Interesting. See, I always thought like they're just like nice people. Like that never showed to me, you know. I guess you were around them a lot, so you would know.
Definitely.
But there was one person who I could never get a read on, and that was the psych teacher.
Oh, D'Souza?
Yeah. What do you think was up with her? Because like she would say like something that I was like,
she likes to play devil's advocate a lot. I think just to play with your mind, but I don't know. I feel like she would be a Democrat, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. She really keeps it under wraps, and I think it's harder, like especially for like history teachers, like to keep it under because they have opinions. Like Mr. Patton, I couldn't really tell. Like a lot of people are like, he's definitely Republican.
I think Republican, but it's hard to tell at the same time. But then again, like he's a smart dude, so he's Republican.
This is really odd, but I think for the most part, it's fair to say, math and history teachers are for the most part going to be Republican, and I think that probably science teachers are a pretty even mix, but language arts teachers definitely.
Yeah, because that's more of like
humanities.
Yeah, exact humanities.
Definitely.
That's what I was looking for. But one math teacher that was, I think, a liberal, Hutchison.
Hutchison, definitely.
Yeah.
Hutchison, that's what I was thinking.
100%.
Yeah.
Anyway, politics.
Love me some politics.
Right.
So you guys were in theater.
Correct.
I saw a lot of things you were in. What was the one that was like Chernobyl? You had guns.
Oh, that was a weird one.
That was like a mind fuck. Yeah, that was confusing.
Mr. Burns. Mr. Burns, a post-apocalyptic play. That takes the story of The Simpsons told through a kind of lens of after the world ends in nuclear devastation, like how stories continue to play on. Using the Cape Fear episode from The Simpsons. Have you seen it before?
I don't watch The Simpsons,
so
that's why
I didn't
it was so
either,
confusing.
which is why it was really hard for me. I was like, I've never seen this. I actually never saw it.
What character were you playing?
I was Sam.
Is that a Simpsons character?
It is not.
Okay.
Sam was a survivor who was one of the people that eventually made like a traveling troupe that would go around and put on Simpsons episodes for people.
You guys had like the cart thing or whatever.
Yeah, like there were all these different scenes from the Cape Fear episode that we would act out and we would do, but because they're like 5-10 years after the last electrical TV,
everyone
forgets them. So it's a little mix match of all this stuff. So like you have different characters. You have Sideshow Bob ending up like being a completely different villain. And in the third act, it does like 200 years down the line, where it's become almost like a Greek tale, like a tragedy.
And wasn't it like really scary because the final scene is like a boat, right, going down a river?
Yeah. It's the HMS Pinafore, I believe, from it, because he does that show. And it gets so weird.
Strange.
Yeah, because
I was not involved with that, and then I went to see it. No. That was back when I was doing cheer, so I wasn't very involved in the summer shows.
Oh, you were a cheerleader.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, freshman, sophomore year. But that was actually going into my junior year, but I was planning on doing cheer, but I didn't make cheer. But worked out for the better, anyway. I saw it.
Do you have beef with the cheerleaders?
Oh, no beef, just I did not fit in. I didn't fit in as well with the cheerleaders as I think I did with the theater people. I was fine with them, and I really enjoyed like the actual cheering, like at the football games and stuff. It was mostly just like the coach was
cunty.
just not like my favorate person.
Coming out.
She was fine, but I just didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoy theater, and it was for the better that I didn't make it. But no beef. But I did see Mr. Burns, and I wasn't involved with it, and I saw it, and I was like, I just did not know what was going on. I didn't understand it very much, and even the people in it like didn't understand it very much. It was not their favorite show that they were ever in. It was just a strange show. Like I was there when he announced what it was going to be, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And like I helped out like later with like some tech stuff, but yeah, it was just strange. Very, very strange.
I thought it was very like confusing, but I liked it. Like it was entertaining, you know, and I was engaged.
That's the thing, is that there are a lot of stuff out that needs to have a huge takeaway, you know, like it has to change your life after you've seen it, and sometimes you just want to see some crazy shit.
Yeah,
and I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Have you guys ever done Scrooge?
Oh, like a Christmas Carol?
Yeah,
I was in a Christmas Carol at the Abbey Theater when I was younger, and I was one of the
they did it at the
kids.
rec center.
Yeah,
I
was
really?
a kid. Yeah, in like 5th grade.
I think that'd be a really cool one for Kaufman to put on.
Oh, definitely,
and
that'd
then,
be fun.
What was the one where it was like the general, and it was like Germany, maybe?
Sound of Music?
Maybe. Max Mosman was the general. Not Max Mosman, Max Kohler.
Oh, yeah. That's Sound of Music.
Yeah, I saw that twice, and the second time I may have fell asleep.
I don't blame you. That is a long show.
Grabbers.
The Sound of Music. Have you seen the movie The Sound of Music?
I have not, no.
That is crazy to me. Some people, I don't know. That is crazy. I just like grew up with The Sound of Music.
What's it about, actually?
It's about a nun named Maria. And
she watched the children. Okay.
Right. She decided she didn't really, what was it? She decided she didn't want to be a nun? She didn't really like being a nun. But she got called to be like a nanny for these children of this general. And there were 7 kids. 7?
Were you one of the kids?
I was one of the kids. Yeah. I was the oldest kid. I was Liesel.
That's cool.
He was my dad.
Daddy, what up?
Yeah. He was he was my father in the show.
In the show and in real life. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep it off the podcast, Bill.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. That was really loud. Sorry. He was Captain Von Trapp, and it's just a story of like Maria, who was played by Samantha Reeves in our cast. We had two. usually double cast or musicals. So every other night we'd have a whole separate cast play the leads. Usually the same people are in like the chorus. I am for the most part. It just sucks depending on the show. So like Sound of Music, I think it worked out great, and I think it was cool that it's nice because it gives a chance for two people to have the biggest lead in the show, and that's really awesome. It just depends on the show. Like, what other shows did we
I think
double cast? That was the only
James
role.
and the Giant Peach.
Right. That role and like the spring musical this past year were the only two roles I was ever double cast in.
I think I went one night and I was trying to see like you like do the stuff,
right?
But I didn't because it was the other one, yeah. And like I didn't know her, so that's no fun, you know.
Right. It sucks because people don't want to see it twice, but sometimes they have friends in one show and the other show, so they'd have to pick, and it sucks. I mean, I think for high school it's more simple to just do one cast, and then just like differentiate between the two musicals who the leads are.
But for the most part, a lot of these arts programs are really inclusive. Yeah. So it's not necessarily as a cut sport. So you end up with giant companies of people that, for the most part, like don't really have much to do, and that kind of sucks that you have to show up to rehearsal every day. So double casting is a great way to allow for people to have a lot of roles and a lot of purpose within it. But what it can really do is make it so that, like, Sound of Music was a great example. I was the male lead in that, and we had 2 performances. Because we have 4 total, because we only do it one weekend. And then, wow, I just had a stroke.
Like, you work so hard for 3 months straight, every single day rehearsal until 6 p.m., and you get to perform the show twice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is again,
the performing is what you're leading up to. Like, that's the best part, is like being in front of an audience and like like being in front of an audience and like being able to do that and like being the lead. And when you're double cast, and especially the other 2 nights, like you're in the chorus or you're not even on the stage. So
but when you double cast, it cuts your
performance time. Yeah. And that's like what you're leading up to so much. And I think it's a good and bad thing. I would rather not have it.
You might say it's better for like the second best person, because like if you're the best person, like you know you're gonna get 4.
Yep.
But then if you get fucked and you're only doing half.
That's a really mean way to put it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you like hope that the other person in your cast
and
is
one
not
big
gonna
thing is that I love being a part of the chorus. Like, I think it's a super fun time.
So where does the chorus sit or like stand or like?
They just
usually in the wings or backstage or hanging out in the
and they just come on when there's like big group numbers of dancing and singing and stuff.
But
like
a lot of the times what can happen is that they won't even cast the off night leads, the people that aren't performing, in the rest of the show. So like opening night and stuff, where you really only have opening night, 2 nights, and then closing night, you don't even get to like hang out with your friends on stage and stuff.
Right.
So most of the time that you've spent all this time up for, you don't even get to participate at all.
Right. And another thing that they can do is do understudies, which I think is the worst possible situation.
That's like your like second, like
the understudy is like it's
100%
gonna be the main lead unless they get hurt or they can't do the show, and then you're up. But an understudy, if the person that is the main person is fine, like you work your ass off and like learn all their parts, but you never get to perform the part. You're always just and there's a lot of people on Broadway who do that, which on Broadway it's a little different because it's Broadway.
And you get paid
right. And there's people who are swings on Broadway too who learn like all the leads parts. And if one of them goes, then the swing will come in and take their part, which is crazy because they're in the chorus, but they know everybody's part. Definitely. It's insane. Yeah. They're very, very talented people.
If you're ever an understudy, you take them out.
Yeah, you just kill them. That's our plan.
That's the plan?
That's the
plan
whenever we get on Broadway.
Wow. All right. Let's roll with it.
So do you believe in participation trophies? For like, let's say like DYA baseball. Like every kid pretty much gets a trophy. Or do you think
I love DYA. I was a kid. I was a DYA kid.
Of course.
I mean, that's different. Like a rec league or something, I think that, I think that unless you come out and you're able to say, like, hey, this is competitive, then sure, everyone gets a participation award. Doesn't matter.
But I don't like how the coaches, like, nowadays will be like, oh, we're not keeping score. Bitch, yes, you are.
Okay, not keeping score is different. Like, that's part of the reason why you do it, you know?
Yeah.
They don't keep score?
No, they're not supposed to tell the kids.
Right.
Wow.
I always figured that shit out.
I feel like
Oh yeah, you could watch the game and figure it out.
Oh, that's too hard, man. That's a lot to follow. All right.
Yeah, I feel like for sports versus the arts, it's a lot different. Like for choir, like our choir teacher would give out awards, and he gave out like little medals to everybody, but like he would give out 2 trophies to like our freshman year. Jacob and I won the like 2 freshman awards, and he didn't give an award to every freshman. He picked the ones that like worked the hardest and tried.
Well, yeah,
like,
I think that's good.
And I agree. Like I think maybe a little participation, like recognition, is good, but I don't think everyone should get the same exact thing. I think if you worked the hardest, you need a little more recognition.
So you both got the awards though?
The freshman year
cool.
we got it, and he got when we were seniors, he got like the overall choir award, like the best one.
Good job.
Yeah.
That's awesome, actually. Yeah. So, do you think, like, how do I want to word this? Do you think that people, never mind. I'll think about how I want to word it, and then I'll get back to it. So, what are you going to be studying in college?
Jacob?
I am going to the University of Cincinnati, and I'm studying acting, Bachelor of Fine Arts in Acting. And I'm doing that through like a separate conservatory called CCM, College Conservatory of Music. It's very intense, and I'm really excited.
Awesome.
19 days still moving. Let's do it.
Sweet.
Yeah, CCM is very prestigious. Like it's one of the best schools in the United States for theater. So
awesome.
Very proud of him for getting in there. We both went to a camp there last summer for musical theater, and we both really wanted to go there. But I'm really proud of him for getting in for acting. So it's exciting. I'm going to Kent State for a Bachelor in Fine Arts in Musical Theater. So that's more just a combination of singing, dancing, and acting all together.
Awesome.
As singing is my
you're really good at singing. Like all the national anthems. Like I was like, damn.
I'm known for national anthem girl.
You've done it 9,000 times. For
and I did it at 4th of July, which was the craziest thing ever. I was so scared.
Oh.
I usually don't get.
Didn't you talk to Shaka Khan?
I did not talk to Shaka Khan.
Who's that?
She left. They were like the performers.
Singer.
Yeah. No, they left right after they were done performing. But I usually I've done it so many times. Like I still get nervous a little bit. Like especially for dodgeball. Like dodgeball was the worst in front of the entire school.
Why was that?
Oh, because that's your peers.
No,
that's like the people you gotta walk by in the hallway.
It's different. Like for me performing, like I can perform in front of thousands of people I don't know, and I'd be like probably fine. In front of the 2,000 people at our school that were all sitting there that know me and like see me in the hallway, like that's the most terrifying thing I've ever done. Yeah, I get so nervous, especially just with the national anthem, because I always think I'm gonna forget the words, which I know the words by heart. Like they're easy words. Like it's an okay song. I'm not gonna touch on that. And I just always get nervous that like people are gonna like get pissed at me if I forget the words, because like if there's like veterans there and stuff, like that's just really offensive.
Yeah, I wouldn't get pissed if you forgot the words.
Right, but I also would just be embarrassed. I'd probably just cry and run away. But but there were like 10,000 people at 4th of July, which was insane. So
yeah.
That's just, but luckily, like, I saw them as I went up, and I was like, okay, that's a lot of people. But then they just shone this, like, really, really bright light in my face, so all I saw was the light. So I didn't see anybody's face, which was nice.
I was going to touch on that. Do you get, like, nervous on stage?
It depends. I mean, I usually do. Just, like, for the first time that I'm doing something. Like, when I'm in a show, I have all my people around me that are, like, also nervous. But, like, it's easier when there's other people around you. It's more like national anthem and like singing by myself. I always get nervous a little bit.
Okay.
But it's gotten a little better like since I've done it forever and ever and ever. You know.
Do you get nervous?
If I have to sing, I get petrified. I'm not a strong singer at all.
I think you're okay at singing.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Like you're better than 90% of the population right now.
Right.
That's even if that is true, the 10% that you're willing to listen to are the other people that are trying to sing on stage. So it's really rough. But I don't have like any training in it. That's something that I'm excited to do in college, is like be able to sit down with like a vocal teacher and learn some stuff about it. But for the most part, like plays, like remembering lines and all that stuff, no, not really.
Do you guys forget lines? Because I think that'd be like really hard to do.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And it's really scary, especially like for him. He's in a Shakespeare show right now. It's called As You Like It with Actors Theater of Columbus.
Where's that going to be at?
It's at
in
Schiller Park.
Okay.
It's Thursday through Sunday, this weekend and next weekend if you want to
this
see it.
weekend.
My PR.
Yeah.
I might actually have
At 8
to.
p.m. I'm going tonight if you want to go with me.
It's tonight?
Yeah. Thursday through Sunday, 8 p.m., Schiller Park, Columbus. This weekend, next weekend. Anyway, you can't really forget the words for Shakespeare because you can't really improv.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's like a modern show that has like language the way that we speak, it's kind of easier to improv because nobody really knows the lines.
Yeah.
But for Shakespeare, like it's Shakespeare. Like you can't mess that up. You can't just improv and be like, I shall not, like, and just make up Shakespeare language.
And another
it's really
thing
hard.
is that most people aren't going to notice this, but for the most part, Shakespeare is in iambic pentameter, which is a measure of feet and all that. So there's a certain rhythm to every line that if you mess up, it's super noticeable.
Yeah.
So Shakespeare, no, you got to say your lines exactly. But for modern pieces like the Mr. Burns piece we were talking about earlier, for the most part, if I don't have it line for line, I can figure out like the general gist of what I'm trying to get across.
Yeah, just
and
like
say that out.
improv it.
Yeah, just like somehow getting that point across.
Right.
But also, the second that you step on stage, you gotta be ready for everything. Like that's
and someone else that's with you could forget their lines, and you have to improv your line off of them if they forget. So that's another thing. You just have to be on your toes at all times.
I don't remember what it was, but I was in a show with someone, and they said a piece of information that was really big to the plot that you don't find out till later. And I had to like acknowledge it but dismiss it because you can't pretend that it's not real. Because the second that you pretend like, oh, that cup didn't fall down, or oh, this cookie in my hand didn't just completely shatter and taste like ass, then people notice that and they're like, oh, that's weird. Why aren't they like acknowledging
You just have to go with the flow. Like if something, like if a prop isn't there, you just pretend it's there, or you just don't pretend it's there. You know, just pick one. You know?
That's pretty 50-50.
Yeah.
Pretend it's there. Don't.
It's snap decision making.
It's just crazy. Like especially with theater, just like everything relies on each other. Like, it's a what is that? What am I looking? Symbiotic.
Yeah,
symbiotic relationship between like the actors and like the text, because if they don't bring the lights up at the right time, then the music is playing and then it's messed up. Or if they don't bring your prop on at the right time, then you don't have the thing that you like, the main thing that you're supposed to be talking about for the whole scene or something. Like it just all depends on each other. So everything has to be really in sync when like you have to be like ready game time. That's because like for Kaufman, we always did like pre-show like rituals and stuff where we all did the same thing every show. Before every show,
like
we
a rain dance or something.
Right. Me and my friends did like our own little rain dance before the show. We used to. But like we do a little circle and we all like talk about each other and like compliment each other and stuff before, and they do like a man chant and all that stuff before the shows. So yeah, and a lot of people like pray and stuff before the shows just to like get in the right headspace to go on stage and be somebody who you aren't.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then you were the stage manager for the teacher production, right?
Yeah, I was one of the stage managers. We usually have a main stage manager and then 2 assistant stage managers who are on each side of the stage. So Ashley Bright, who is our stage manager for almost all of our shows at Kaufman, she's great. She was the stage manager for the staff show, and I was one of the assistants. So I like brought on some props and stuff and called some cues and stuff. But
okay, cool.
Being like a stage manager it's a manager, like at its very core.
Right.
You pretty much have almost absolute control over everything that's happening on stage. So it takes a super like rigorous, very organized person, and she's super type A, so she did.
Yeah, I'm very type A.
Also, I never got to figure this out. How was your experience with being a superior to a lot of teachers that the next day you would go in and be one of their students?
Right, I was not a superior.
You
like,
were.
So with our Mr. Man,
they didn't teach you?
Right, Mr. Man, who he directs some of our shows at Kaufman. He's the director for the staff show as well. The staff doesn't like really understand how theater works, so they don't really like respect him or do what he says or anything. He kind of like is like, oh, you should do this, and they're like, I'm good. I don't. And he's like, okay, well, like I'm the director, and you wanted to be in the show, so you kind of have to do what I say. Yeah. So I mean, I didn't really like have any power over them. Like I didn't really tell them what to do. Sometimes I'd be like, 5 minutes, like till like we go on, but like I didn't really like have to order them around or anything. Usually if like, because they know that we know what we're doing because we've done it like for so long and like it's our passion, so they kind of respect us in that aspect. And like if we give them like like I would help them out with like their singing or like their dancing or whatever, and like they would kind of respect that because they like know that I do that a lot. But I mean, they didn't really need too much direction. I mean, I'd have to tell them to be quiet backstage. They always talked really loud. I'm like, I would just be like, shh. Like I didn't want to yell at them, but like the show was going on and they're like talking full volume backstage, and like the theater, like you cannot do that. Or they'd stand like really close to the curtain, and if you stand in the curtains, like from the other side of the audience, they can see you. Like if you can see the seats in the audience, then they can see you. So I always have to be like, you need to back up a little bit. But it depends on, like, if I'm the stage manager of other students, like, I'll yell all I want. Like, I like being bossy around other students and stuff. Oh, definitely. But, like, around, like, people who are usually superior to me, or, like, people, like, I respect a lot, like, I'm just, like, I don't really want to yell at them. I just kind of want to be like, okay, someone else, you can yell at them. Yeah. I'll just watch. But it was fun. It was really fun to be able to be involved in a show that teachers, because they worked hard for that show. Like, they really did, and it was really cool to see them, like, know what it feels like to perform for an audience, because they're full house every night. So like we never get that. Like the actual shows at Kaufman, like we got it for Sound of Music, we got a full house once, but like in the past, like in the 4 years that we were there, that was the only time we ever got a full audience. So like, and the teachers get one every single night, so they get even better. Like when there's more audience, it's much better. When there's a great audience that laughs and like is involved in the show.
I mean, if you get to see Mr. Lee as a caterpillar, you kind of got to be
there. Yeah, right. He was funny with all the hands that like move together.
Oh, you got to be there for that.
Right, and they get such a good audience, so I think it was rewarding for me to see them have a good time and like do really well on stage, like for their really good audiences and stuff.
Yeah, you bring up a good point with like that being a full house. Like I went to that twice because, well, I went with like different people, but like it's fun to see it twice because like from show to show things will change, and like that's cool to note. But also, like, I knew every teacher, so I really wanted to go see that. And, like, I went to see you two before. Like, if I see your name or, like, I know you're playing, then I'll go because I know you. Or, like, Tatum also's in it, Max in them.
Yeah.
So I'd go to see you. But, like, if I knew no one in theater, then I probably wouldn't have gone to a single one. And, like,
and I really, like, I always wanted to when I was in high school. Like, I always wanted to get more people to come see shows, because once people come see a show, they, like, I think most people like really enjoy it, and they don't expect to. They're like, oh, theater, weirdos, theater kids, blah, which I get because we're weird. But also, like,
I don't think you two are weird.
there are separate categories.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
But
I'm sure there are some weirdos, but like,
oh, definitely. But I mean, it's just, I think a lot of people just have like a stereotype for theater people and don't really know what it's like. And I really appreciate when people who are like, oh my god, I've never seen a show here and this is the best thing ever. Like Mr. Body, never seen a show. I told him to come see Little Shop of Horrors, and he was like, oh my god, that was so good. I've literally never seen a show here, and that was amazing. Like, I'm so glad you invited me. And like, I always would send emails to all of my past teachers, all of them, just like saying the details of the show, just so they could come see it, just if they wanted to. And they all really enjoyed it. So I always wanted to tell people at Kaufman, cool. Like, if you've never seen a show at Kaufman, just go see one. Like, it's $5. It takes 2 hours of your time. Just go see a musical. Like, I think you would really like enjoy it. And if you don't, then cool, don't go see another one. But also, like, it's cool for people to support the arts a lot, because a lot of Kaufman especially is very sports driven, and not a lot of people support the arts as much. But I think if you want to go see
support the arts, it's definitely the band. Because the band makes a lot of money.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how?
But the band,
they're one of the top bands in the state.
Right, like, they're very good. Yeah, and people don't realize that, or they don't come see like an orchestra concert or a choir concert.
Bradstreet won a Tony for education.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah, he won a Tony Award.
He also killed a kid.
He killed a kid.
Right? The band director?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Really?
Bradstreet committed murder.
Well, it was more like, well, yeah, someone died. Don't you?
Oh no, he didn't die. He had a heart condition. I mean, he died, but he didn't have. He had a heart.
He did die, though.
He didn't kill him. No, he did not kill him.
He killed him.
No, he did not kill him.
He worked on the death.
No. Andrew Morales, he had like a bad heart condition, and they didn't know about it. And he was just doing what he does every day. And it was like a fluke that he died. It was, he did not.
I thought you meant Bradstreet like tracked the kid down and like stabbed him.
It was like unaggravated.
No.
Wow.
It was he had a heart condition.
Uh-huh.
No, but Anyway, to a lighter topic here. If you've never seen any arts performance at Kaufman, I would say go see a musical, and I'm sure the people in the band would say come see a band concert, go see orchestra concert, choir concert. Just do one of them. I think it would be worth it. And if you don't think so, then cool. But it's $5.
I liked every show I saw. There was that one with the general where I saw it 2 times, so it was a little slow the second time.
That might have been Kiss Me Kate.
Oh, it was because he had the big kiss.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
But Sound of Music, that sounds very familiar too.
Yeah.
That's very famous.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a really big one.
Kiss Me Kate was our sophomore year.
Oh. Then yeah, that was the
I was
one
wearing a yellow dress, if you remember.
Yeah, because you and Tatum were the kids, right?
And Sound of Music, yeah. Sound of Music, it was me.
What about Kiss Me Kate? Were there kids in that?
Kiss Me Kate, no.
Was that about were there Nazis in that one?
That was Sound of Music. He's talking about Sound of Music. It's not Kiss Me Kate.
Well, I saw them both, so that's all that matters.
Because he also kissed in Sound of Music, didn't he? I don't know.
Maybe.
Couldn't tell you. But yeah.
Damn.
Sound of Music.
Getting action, right?
Yeah, mad action, my man. But no, the plays are great for activities like Thursday night, Friday night.
Right.
If you have nothing to do. Also a great date opportunity,
Date opportunity. That's what I'm saying.
Get your
$5.
female.
Want to seem cultured? Bring a lady out. Take her to a nice
yes.
play.
Right. Get some dinner before. Some Chipotle, some cheap
make
dinner.
a move
if you don't
with
want to
the
make
yawn.
Right.
A lot of them are romantic comedies.
Cheaper than a movie. Let me
Yes.
tell you, $5 versus $13 to see a movie that you probably don't really want to see. But a musical, it's exciting. It's cool. You can see people that you know.
Every movie I go see, I do want to see it though.
Okay, true.
But the plays, they were all pretty good.
I'm glad.
I enjoyed them.
So.
Okay, so so earlier we were talking about the national anthem.
Right.
And I was going to ask, what do you two think about kneeling during the national anthem?
I don't really have an opinion about it. I don't really want to share.
That's a negative one.
An opinion.
Let me think. I think that this is a tough question, Bill. And this is spur of the moment, too.
We got 2 pro kneelers in the studio today.
Pro kneeler? I don't know. Because I have a sister that's currently in the military who is going to be fighting for our country very soon.
Dang, that
possibly
raises
dying.
the odds.
It does. But at the same time, I think that there's a difference between the people that fight for this country and the people that represent this country. And I think that there's so much that the public does to support the military outside of the national anthem. And I think that when you fight for this country, you don't fight for the anthem. I don't think that you fight for the flag. I think you fight for the people. Right. And so if the people are being treated poorly, then if I was in the military, and this is coming from me, I would not want to fight for a government that treats the people poorly. So I respect the idea of someone kneeling for the national anthem. I know that was horrible for his career, and I'm very sorry to hear that, but I think that a lot of people thought it was really good. And I think that more than people getting upset and looking at why does he think it's disrespecting veterans, I don't think that was the intention. And I think that if that was the intention, then I do not support him 100%.
Right.
Because, yeah, again, I got a sister that's a year older than me that I love more than anything on this planet that's probably going to be deployed and going to fight for every single one of us.
Wait, you have a sister?
Shut up, Billy. She might be too old for you, though. Not going to lie.
Is she cute?
Huh?
Is she cute?
I'm not going to answer that question. Oh. She's not 14.
What's her name?
Huh?
What's her name?
My sister's name is Kate. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Okay.
She could beat you up.
Oh. She definitely could beat you up.
Oh, yeah. Is she a big body or something? What?
She a big body. She's hitting the gains. Gotta tell you.
She is.
This sounds terrible. Walking around the school, I would see some girls. I'd be like, damn, she could probably beat my ass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There are some.
I mean, bro, I'm 6'4". I'm very little.
But you're tall as shit.
That's true. Unless I got the height advantage. Other than that,
dude, that's what matters in fighting the arms. Have you ever done a fight night?
I want to.
Were you there?
This message if you think he should fight Nick Dever. Wouldn't that be a good fucking fight?
I'd put money on you. Well, no, Nick would be he'd be like a scrappy bastard.
That's
you know what I mean?
He would claw. He wouldn't punch. He'd claw. No, I don't know if we've talked about that before, but yeah, that'd be fun.
Were you there for the all-night poker?
I was not there for the all-night poker.
We played all night, and so at like 12 o'clock they go to get Wendy's, and obviously like I'm like, Nick, give me some Wendy's. So he brings me my Wendy's back, and I put the bag on the floor, and I'm opening my barbecue sauce. I'm like, Nick, 1000 IQ, and I stick the barbecue sauce onto the bag so it doesn't like touch the ground. And he thought that was the funniest thing ever. But yeah, pro tip: if you get barbecue sauce, stick it to the bag so it doesn't touch.
I don't even think it needs to be barbecue.
Well, whatever. I like barbecue.
Sauce. I'm a sauce man.
I've never tried that.
It's really good. It's really good. It's kind of like cane sauce. I know it's just like barbecue and mayo and all this other stuff mixed, but it's really good.
Interesting. Yeah, that's like all the secret sauces, I think.
Cane sauce. All right, rank these. Cane sauce. Oh, I guess you haven't had Sauce.
Yeah, I just get BBQ, barbecue.
That's good.
Yeah, I love barbecue everywhere. Chick-fil-A is the best barbecue. Chick-fil-A is best chicken.
Chick-fil-A is amazing.
They raise their chickens better than all the other chickens.
They really do. That's that Christian life. Raised on God. Thank you.
I do not eat Cane's or Chick-fil-A. Not.
Yeah, you don't like fast food in general.
I just don't really eat fast food. Like if I go to Wendy's, I'll get a salad. You know, they got some good Caesar salad over there. I mean,
all the typical white girls get the Caesar salad.
Right. I enjoy a Caesar salad, but like, I mean,
do you really enjoy it though?
I like Caesar salad. Like, I'll get it like at a restaurant.
Like it's good, but at the same time, I can't justify in my head going somewhere and spending money on lettuce.
Yeah, you can go out in the backyard and just pick some leaves, throw them in.
Right, I agree. But like, especially with like the chicken places, like I would not eat Cane's unless I was like really like starving, like hadn't eaten all day. I just like feel like it makes me feel like
greasy.
Yeah.
See, I think that like they're like tiers, and premium fast food is like Chick-fil-A, Cane's, Piata.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
That's like
I
barely
Piata,
even
maybe
fast
Chipotle.
Right.
Yeah.
Chipotle is premium
BB
fast
Bop,
food.
you know.
Yeah.
But then like lower would be like McDonald's. I think McDonald's is lowest. Like I have not eaten McDonald's in like over 5 years.
Wendy's is a good.
Wendy's. I like Wendy's.
I've never been to White
McDonald's
Castle
the other day.
I would never eat White Castle. It's like rats.
I had McDonald's fries the other day that were warm. And I forgot what that was like because I don't know when the last time I went to a McDonald's fry that it was like actually warm and good was, because they're just so ass.
I like a McDonald's ice cream cone.
That's true.
And then the McFlurry,
Sundae, all of their
what's
desserts
it called?
great.
Shamrock Shake. That's the only reason.
Listen, dollar large sweet tea. Oh,
that's true.
The desserts and like the drinks and stuff, like McDonald's is the place for that. But if I'm gonna actually eat food, and if I'm gonna eat a burger and fries or like nuggets, like I'll go to Wendy's. Like if I wanna.
For burgers, I would say like close by Five Guys. But if you guys want to make a drive for like a cute lunch date, Chop Shop on the Short North.
Chop Shop.
Oh, I've heard of it.
Real fucking good.
I've never eaten Five Guys either.
Five Guys
is overexpensive.
It's not really fast food. It's like fast food.
It's like the premium fast food.
But it's expensive and it takes a long time. So like, is it even fast food at that point?
Yeah, that's why I think Chop Shop's better. I'd recommend it. You guys should go check it out.
That's where?
Short North, like High Street.
Oh, really?
It's by the stadium.
Should go.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Have you had that rolled ice cream?
Rollos or something like that?
Or whatever
I always see it, but I've never had it. Have you had it?
I have. It's very good.
It tastes like ice cream, believe it or not.
Isn't it ice cream?
Yeah,
I thought it was.
It's straight up ice cream.
It is just ice cream. I mean, like.
But
it's
for me, I like kind of melty ice cream. Like it's like straight up freezer burnt ice cream. So like
I don't like the freezer burn, like the icy.
No.
Unpopular opinion. I like my cereal soggy.
Not a fan of that.
Nah, that's not.
It's just true. I will literally put it in and let it sit for a few minutes so it just gets soggy.
Cereal goes bad 12 seconds after it touches the milk.
I don't even put milk in my cereal. I eat cereal straight.
I mean, I'll do that too, but like if I'm gonna eat milk and cereal, like I want it to be like soggy.
I can barely drink milk because I
don't drink milk like unless it's in cereal.
Yeah,
really.
I would co-sign that, but chocolate milk's better than white milk.
Chocolate milk is amazing. Kroger chocolate milk.
Where are they hiding these brown cows that give the chocolate milk?
Right.
I don't know.
Where are they?
Secret facility somewhere.
I've really been wondering. Speaking of ice cream.
Speaking of ice cream.
Do you have something to talk about with ice cream?
First I want to say Diamond's Ice Cream, Sawmill and Bethel.
That's great.
Amazing.
We went there the other day.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So
everyone
good.
like they hate it because it's so like dirty and smells bad. No, listen, you gotta like pass
really
that.
He got kiwi the other day.
I got
Kiwi. That's what Canberra got.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like
candy.
sour. It's
I get
good.
cotton candy
Right?
bubblegum mixed.
It's
Oh,
so
so
good.
Cotton
good.
candy,
Bright
but, oh
pink.
my god.
Yes.
I got a cavity just hearing that sentence.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
good.
it's
Good
so
shit.
good. My favorite ice cream store. But you are the leader of an epidemic, the mochi epidemic.
Yes.
What is mochi?
Okay, I'll start at the beginning here. I like ASMR. I enjoy ASMR. I enjoy ASMR chewing. I don't really like people talking on ASMR, but I really enjoy people chewing on ASMR. People think it's gross. He thinks it's really gross.
Absolutely disgusting.
But I really enjoy like people with a microphone like chewing some food.
Nom nom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except not like that, just like the actual
Except for it's like
it's not like
slimy
I don't like fall asleep to it. I just like enjoy listening to it. I like the sound. So I was just looking on my like explore page ASMR, and there's like they call it mochi. I'm like, okay, what is this? And they have mochi, and then they have like mochi ice cream. So I'm looking on it, and then people are eating it. So it's ice cream wrapped in like dough with like rice flour on the outside. Okay, it really just tastes like ice cream. The dough doesn't really taste like anything. It's just kind of cool to eat. It's much easier to eat than regular ice cream because you don't have to like get a spoon and a bowl. It's just like you eat it, you know?
And it's like marshmallow.
Right.
It's like a marshmallow filled with ice cream.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
And it tastes, there's like 6 different flavors or 8 maybe.
So my sister and I told
Is your
Ree-
hair red?
No,
Okay, that's just the screen.
it's just a screen.
Yeah.
I could be red. My friend just dyed her hair red. Anyway, me and my sister were talking about it, and we were like, okay, let's go to Target, because I looked it up and Target had some. Actually, we went with some friends after our theater banquet in May and got some, and it was really good. So we went again, and then we just kept going. And a lot of people were recommending me different places to find mochi. And this is all my Fin stuff. All my Fins are Riley Diley if you want to see this
All
action.
the vlogs, I always watch them.
Right. I always have my vlogs, and they're like on the thing. So if you still want to watch them, you can. So this was like in like May, early June when all of this happened. So people were telling me all these good places to find them, like Whole Foods, Giant Eagle. What else? Target. You can get them at Target. People said that you can get them at Costco, like a bunch of different places. And so we went to all these places and tried them. So they have them in Target like in boxes, and they have like 6 in a box, and they're like pretty cheap, and they're pretty good. They're like in the freezer section. And then at Giant Eagle, just a regular Giant Eagle, like a perimeter, like they have a whole like freezer full of them. Really good. Like you can pick out the ones that you want.
Yeah.
And pro tip, if you go at like 9 p.m., there's no one working in the Giant Eagle Marketplace area, so you could just steal them.
Oh.
I'm not saying that I've done this. I am
not
not
condone any of this podcast.
I am not saying that I've done this. I'm not saying that
I will. You definitely stole it.
No. I'm not saying that I haven't. I'm not saying that I haven't. But that's a pro tip. If you want to get some free ones, you can just walk out. No one will catch you.
I had 2 kids from Jerome, and they're like, yeah, at Costco, if you just order a slice of pizza and then just walk away, they won't charge you. Like, they just eat free pizza all the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But go on.
So yeah, you could probably get away with that. So anyway, so you can there's a bunch of flavors. There's strawberry, cookies and cream, chocolate, vanilla, mango, green tea, mint chocolate chip, like all these good ice cream flavors. And
Did you say mayo?
No.
Okay.
Mango.
Oh,
Mango.
mango.
Yeah, it's full of I'm gonna vomit thinking about that.
And
Bite
then-
into
So
it.
bad.
Yeah, and then at Whole Foods they have like orange and a bunch of other cool flavors and stuff. So yeah, and we really haven't gone in a long time. The last time I went to get mochi was with Ted Stevens, and we got some at Giant Eagle, and it was pretty good because he'd never tried it before. But if you've never tried mochi, I leave in 17 days. If you want to hang and get some mochi, probably can do that. But yeah, and then the epidemic started when other people started going to these places and getting mochi and trying it because they'd never tried it before, and putting on their Finsta stories and then tagging me in them. So a bunch of people always started doing that, just the people that like followed my Finsta.
And I tried it based on you.
Right,
and,
a lot of people said that. Like people that I don't even know are like, "Oh my god, you did the mochi." Like I tried mochi, and I was like, "Cool." Like, did you like it? Like I don't know.
I thought it was good enough to have like once, but like I wouldn't go there over.
You'd rather
like,
get like
Diamonds.
a pint of ice cream.
I'd rather get Diamonds ice cream or like maybe Graders, because like mochi was like a little different than what I was used to.
Yeah.
A big
I just
thing.
think it's fun to eat.
wait for it to thaw. Because I've
It's
met a
frozen.
lot of people that like don't wait, and they're like, "Oh, it's really hard and it was really gross and freeze burnt." It's like, no, you gotta wait for it to thaw.
Maybe I didn't wait.
Yeah.
The rice coating or whatever,
You
you
have to
should
be,
be able
like-
to press and it will like move.
Yeah, it's gotta be really
It's like a
sticky.
sack.
Yeah.
We're really making it sound appetizing. It's a sack covered in flour
Yeah.
with mayo in it.
Jeez.
Squeezed in it. But yeah, so that's my mochi story. Yeah, that's all. But like even people that I barely knew are always like, "Oh my god, I need to try mochi," and I'm like, "I don't know who you are, but cool, love that for you," you know. But yeah, I haven't gone that in a long time. So if anyone wants to go, hit me up.
Mochi.
Mochi.
Do you two have any tattoos?
I have one tattoo.
Where's it at?
It's right here. I have a 2. A lot of people think it's a Gemini from astrology.
I'm a
It's
Gemini,
not.
so I'm like,
Do you follow
it's
that
funny.
astrology?
oh yeah, we send each other astrology stuff all the
I
time.
think they're so funny.
They're really
think
funny.
it's
I
so
sometimes
funny.
they're accurate. I follow like a thing that posts daily things about a Gemini and like what's gonna happen that day, and sometimes it's like really accurate. I don't know.
She'll message me and she'll be like, "Today it said I would meet someone, and I ran into a stranger on the street, and they said hello to me." And I'll be like, I don't know
Wow.
if that counts.
Yeah.
But okay.
No, but a lot of them like they will like list all of the signs and like what you are as ice cream flavors, and then like it's really stupid, but
really
it's kind of
bad.
fun. Like there's some
Yeah.
good ones. I should put. Like,
But
we send
yeah,
each other
I
stuff all
have
the time.
this. My sister has a 1 right here.
So 1, 2.
1 and 2. Yeah, I'm the second child.
Is
she's
there
the
a
first.
third?
There's not a third.
Okay.
We're the only kids. We're really trying to talk my mom into getting one with us too.
What would she get?
0.
I don't. Yeah, 0 maybe. That would be kind of lame though. Like, oh yeah, because I'm nothing.
Oh damn.
But no, like we were trying to figure out something to get with her. But she's at her midlife crisis, was getting double piercings. That was wild and crazy for her.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Got some triples.
Really?
So-
The triples?
I got
yeah.
triples and
Do you
I
ever
got
like cartilage?
cartilage.
I'm not a big fan of the cartilage piercing.
Really?
I want
Personally.
more. The cartilage, I got it at Body Jewel, which I got my triples at too, and a lot
Oh,
of people go to
Body
Body
Jewel,
Jewel in the
yeah.
mall.
Mm-hmm.
It was a disaster. Like it's a disaster. Like I like the cartilage and I like how it looks, but like it never healed, and it like I have to spray it still, like with the spray that they gave me, and like I got it. It was like almost 2 years ago.
Huh.
It's just it was just I think the cartilage, like there's something about the cartilage that just makes it more prone to like infections and all that stuff. So that was not my fave thing. But a
Interesting.
tattoo, I really want a tattoo.
Yeah.
I wanna get a
but
tattoo with
it's
my
funny
mom.
that you mentioned Nick, because me and Nick might be getting tattoos.
He got like an. Well, don't tell me. It was not an owl. It was a.
Yeah, I think it
Parrot?
was an owl.
Oh,
like
maybe
an
it wasn't.
owl.
No,
it was like
I don't
some,
think it was some bird, because I said owl like OVO like for Drake or something, and he said no, it's like a parrot.
They got a Drake tattoo.
I don't think it was an owl, but it could have been. It looks like an
It's
owl.
like a line sketch for Van Gogh. But because I'm doing acting, because it's really hard for people to have lots of tattoos when you're acting, because then you can only play the bad guys on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which I'd be down for. Andy Samberg,
Funny show.
hit me up.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
But I'm debating on getting a lip tattoo, because
No.
like that'll
I
be
want a
super
lip tattoo
hidden.
so bad.
No.
Well, because
Yeah.
it's hidden, so it would have to be somewhere like really, really hidden.
I want a lip tattoo that says baby on it. I am baby.
That's a horrible idea. That meme's gone.
No, it's gone. I won't do it, but it would be fun.
I've been trying to think of a good tattoo to get.
Really?
Yeah, it has to be something funny, like like
Oh,
a,
it's not gonna be something meaningful, like something just.
no, probably
goofy?
something funny, or like if it was meaningful.
No regrets.
No
It's right
regrets.
across, right
Yeah.
across the forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it has to be something like funny. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
You
me.
got any ideas? Run them by us.
So a tramp stamp that said like tramp stamp. That'd be funny.
That would be
It
fun.
just said
Nope.
tramp
I'd be
stamp.
down for that. That'd be
I'd say,
hilarious.
I'm
And
gonna
the-
say no to that one. It's gonna be a no for me.
There's another
Stop.
one.
You're being a good influence.
Oh,
Stop.
okay.
So like if you got like the end of a dick like that hangs out of your shorts right here.
That's awesome, Billy. You should so get that. Let me be
I'm
a
sorry,
bad
Riley. I
example.
had to
Let
say
me
it
just
for
say,
Jacob.
I think that you could definitely try to pick up some chicks with that. Be like, no. This is actually the outline. Like this is where
This
it
is
goes
actually
down
the
to.
outline.
Yeah.
Where are you going to college? Are you going to college?
I'm going to C State. I'm
Okay.
going to transfer to OSU.
Okay.
That's how you do it. Save
Yeah.
that money.
I only got a 25 on the ACT. I'm sorry.
That's
So did I. But
I only took it once and no studying. So
There you go. I took it
Okay.
4 times, so.
4 times.
Yeah.
she's
It
also
was
smart as hell, though.
Yeah, you are
well,
smart. I will
I had
say.
a tutor, so that helped.
What was your highest?
31.
Damn.
But I really
That's
like
pretty
could
damn
I
good.
not
Those
have
are
done
really
it without
good.
a tutor.
Billy
It helped
Strong's
a
brother
lot.
got a 30 without studying.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I don't know how you don't study. Laura Schwantes got a 34.
Wow.
Eric Fang,
What did he
35.
get? 35.
35 first time, and then he was like a couple points away from a 36. Didn't retake it. He was like, I don't care.
Oh.
I'm pretty confident. That might be wrong.
See, Fang, like, I can expect him to be smart.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, Laura, 34?
She's a genius.
Wow.
Naturally,
Like, I knew
too.
she was, like, a good student, but, like...
Naturally. Yeah, she's very
that's
naturally
crazy.
smart. It's crazy.
Dublin excellence.
You know who's
Okay.
real smart? Who's, not Lucas Sarver, but...
Ben
Ben
Sarver.
Sarver's
Ben
super
Sarver's
smart.
a
He got a
super
5 on
smart
both
guy.
AP economics exams. I got a 4 and a 2, so I did okay, I guess.
Hey, that's
I got a
pretty good.
1 on my AP Calc exam, so here
What'd
we
you do
are.
on the AP Studies exam?
AP Studies, I got a 3.
I got a 2. How about
AP
Gov?
I got a 4.
I got a 4.
I loved AP Gov.
I
That was
loved
a good
Gov
class.
with Patton.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was the
best
best.
teacher. I think he's the best teacher in Kaufman.
Oh, I agree.
I
He's
don't
great.
remember what I got for either of those. I
Did
think
you
I
have
got 3
Dynasty?
for both.
I did.
love
I was in your
Dynasty.
class with Morbido.
Don't remember.
Yikes.
Could
you
not
guys
tell
have
you.
it bad.
Could not
That
tell you. Emily
is
French.
crazy.
Ewing and Gantz, 100%.
Reese,
Emily.
my sister has Ewing and Gantz.
Oh, they were
next year.
roast
I
the hell
liked
out of her.
the boy-girl dynamic that Diane Z had.
Especially
That's
with
true.
and their political views. Their
Yeah.
dynamic is very
Oh,
funny.
Di was like, oh,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was
They have good
good
banter and
Yeah,
stuff.
he
I
would
actually
be
love
like-
Mr. Dye. Mr. Dye, I actually, so he had said he wasn't in the yearbook because he hadn't gotten a yearbook picture taken in like 5 years. So I took a quote from him every single day that I was in class and like just took some pictures of him being stupid in class, and I made him his own yearbook and gave it to him at the end of the year. He loved
That's
it.
super cute.
Yeah, yeah. There were just random pictures of him like in his like Captain America thing before like exam, and like him being a weirdo in class, and I just like wrote a quote that he
That's
said
so
every single
cool.
day that were really funny.
He had
and
a little
stupid.
like bicycle thing. He would
Yeah.
sit there and like pedal.
Really?
Well,
Under
yeah,
his- yeah.
yeah. He was like,
Wow.
"Let me work out real quick," and I was
Oh
like,
my
"You were
word. What a
funny."
man.
What a beast.
He's a great guy.
A Tale of Two Cities.
Loved
I
him.
read like one page.
Didn't even
I-
look at that book once.
Mr. Ewing and Gantz, I didn't read a single book. That's not true. I read
I-
Catcher in the Rye. Catcher in the
You
Rye.
love
is
Catcher in the
great.
Rye.
That sounds
I
familiar.
don't think I've read a full book in 3 years.
Wow.
You know, I talked to some guys about
Same,
this the other
actually,
day,
but-
and I'm sure that you have read it or it's on your radar.
The Art of the Deal.
No, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
I've never.
Really?
See-
I'm pretty sure it's by Andrew Carnegie or some big guy like that.
That
and
would be
it's-
interesting
It's
to read.
huge.
But like, I think people are pretty easy to read
Mm-hmm.
in general,
Yeah.
and like, I think I'm a pretty good people person.
Yeah.
Like, if
I
I
would
want someone to
agree
like
with
me,
that.
I can make that happen.
I've seen your poker game. You're pretty
Yeah, and poker, like I do talk people up, and then on the other side of that, like a lot of people hate me, but then a lot of people love me. There's no in between.
Listen,
So I'll read
Rather-
the book though. I'll check it out.
friends and enemies. No point in not leaving an impression on people.
That's
right?
facts.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Roll Trump.
Right.
All right, there's one more thing I want to talk about, and that is the epic rap battles of history.
The epic rap battles of history.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear
You're a
it.
fan, right?
Yeah, I used to be.
Because like the other day in a group chat, I quoted one of them, and Nick Dever, like he's like, "Oh, that's an epic rap battles of history." quote."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Hell yeah, it is." So have you seen them all?
Yeah, I haven't seen them all. Wow, I used to
You
watch
gotta
them.
catch up,
a
Riley. Have
ton.
you seen them? Oh,
Maybe-
they're
maybe a few.
So good.
I remember Dr. Seuss versus Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. Oh, I was gonna connect earlier. You said that he speaks in the
Iambic pentameter.
Iambic pentameter.
that. So for that one, the writer who is
Watsky.
Watsky,
George
genius.
Watsky.
You love
Amazing
He makes
writer.
the rap about the cat, and he like
He
sets the
does.
cat down.
Uh-huh.
The fast rap. So he wrote that in like, but he was also in Edgar Allan Poe versus. Oh, who's that?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Hold up, I'll look it up real quick because.
All right, get the sound ready.
Oh, Watsky was in those
Oh.
epic rap battles of history.
He was in a couple of them. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
he really likes Watsky.
He's. I love him.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
sweet.
great.
He was in Stephen King versus Edgar Allan Poe, and it's like once upon a midnight dreary as I spit this weak and weary, and like he like makes it really like that. But he showed how he did it
Yeah.
in the Shakespeare.
Really.
Yeah,
That's
like
sick.
and like there was like the numbers and like it just made sense, and I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, that's so cool.
So
That's
cool.
sick.
I love watching the
Um,
behind the scenes of that. But,
Oh yeah, I bet the writing process for that's great.
yeah,
I'm trying to think of more. Marilyn Monroe versus Cleopatra.
That's a
an
good
old.
one.
That's an oldie
that
but a
is a
goodie.
season 1.
Mario Brothers versus Wright Brothers. That was a good one. Wow.
They just made it was
They're still doing them.
yeah.
Is it the same
so
guys?
yeah.
Epic
So
Lloyd
what
and
what
what's his
happened
name?
is They were with Maker Studios. Do you know what that is at all?
No.
So Maker Studios, they've been around for a long time. You know Ray William Johnson?
Yeah.
Popular guy. He used to be the most popular YouTube.
Yeah.
Equals 3. So he was under Maker Studios for a long time. He left Maker in about 2012 or 2013. ERB was signed to Maker. Disney bought Maker. ERB is out of Maker. So they're independent now. So they like fired up a Patreon. Now they're
Disney
like an
company.
Yeah, they were.
Wow.
Because like they made a rap that had Disney come in at the end. It had the frog guy who did Kermit the Frog.
I don't know his name.
It's
Are these the same people that did the like A to Z like alphabet rap thing?
No, not
no.
Fun fact about
aerobics.
Nick Dever, 8th grade talent show. He rapped the whole thing, the alphabet rap.
It's so
Is
much
that
fun.
the thing that Harry Potter did?
Yeah,
Jimmy
Daniel
Fallon?
Radcliffe.
Oh yeah.
His
Nick Dever
amazing.
did that in 8th grade.
That's
He did
so
the whole thing.
cool. That would be a cool thing to do, actually. But they had Disney guy, Walt Disney, come in, and he was like, "I own this whole series," and it was like true because Maker Studios.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's really
So now they're
cool.
independent. They just did George Carlin versus Richard Pryor.
Really?
Then comes in Bill Cosby, which like with all the controversy recently,
Right.
like he like gets drugged in the rap battle. He's like, "Someone put something in my pudding," and then it's one of the women comedians, but no one knows them. And then I'm sorry, I just had to
Had to throw that in.
And then it was the final guy was Robin Williams, which
My fave.
he did really good in the rap,
Really?
but he was always hilarious, like Doubtfire and
Jumanji.
Mork and Mindy.
Jumanji's my favorite.
Jumanji?
Birdcage. Have you ever seen
I might have saw it a
Birdcage?
long
You
time
wouldn't. You
ago.
wouldn't like Birdcage. You would not
Right.
like that movie.
Why? What's it
It's
about?
gay people.
Whoa!
No. It's a really good movie. It's really funny. You might.
Yeah,
you
movie
might.
sounds
Very
fucking
funny.
retarded. No, I'm just kidding. I'll check it out.
You should. It's good.
Wow, I can't believe they're still doing them. That's awesome though.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
It is.
How many episodes do they have? Check that right now.
83.
83 only?
Either 82 or 83. Yeah.
I really would have bet.
Well,
it would
they're
be in, like,
expensive to make
hundreds.
because like so the green screen, they have a huge like warehouse that's a big green screen.
Really?
Yeah. And then they have like at least like a 15-person crew. And they have to pay for all their shit now because they're independent. So there's a lot.
That's crazy.
All right. So I think we're going to wrap it up. Episode 41 of the Consistent Genius Podcast.
41.
Thanks, Riley, for coming
41.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Jacob, for coming on.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me, man.
We'll be back next Tuesday with more wonderful people.